Hey everybody. So I hope y'all guys have ordered your mask. Check this out. Black. The guys for the gals. That's right. We have the white ones too. So I hope you guys have got it ordered. And I don't see this is a good way y'all not seeing me without my beard, right? So supporting Millie, right? So that's a good excuse. The bad thing is it's hard to drink coffee with this mask on. So guess what? I love you, Millie, but the mask has got to go. Yep. Can't drink coffee. Anyway, good morning, everybody. We'll go over all that in a little bit. We'll give everybody a chance to get in. And I have been mailing out masks like crazy this morning. So unless the mail runs late, everything that was ordered up until the time of the show will go out. Everything from Jerry's show after will go out in the morning. So Tammy was having to make them, and when we went live telling you guys about them, we had like 2 or 3 made, and so we're having to make them. We'll get caught up by tonight, should be no problem. So just to let everybody know that up until Jerry's show, well, let's see, I think we got the people that ordered in Jerry's show out this morning. So past that'll go out in the morning. So. And the mail's been extremely slow. But also, if you ordered, like if you got more than 2, it's going to come in 2 envelopes. So, and meant to be RVN, I'm going to send you an email. I didn't, anyway, expect the email from me later. So, I'm trying to figure out yours. So, but anyway, I'll get that all straightened out, but be expecting an email from me later. So, all right, good deal. So we get a few people in here. I'm going to go over all that again and let everybody get caught up. So Jerry Holly was first in the house. Nettie was second. Our crazy RV life is in the house. By the way, they have a daily devotion that comes on an hour before our show. I'm going to try to catch it between catching everybody else's. And I'm going to try to catch it maybe 2 or 3 days a week. That's what I'm going to try. That's my goal. I love what she's doing over there, and I love, y'all know me. I like to get into that word. So live it, read it, but live it. So let's see here. Uncle Lisa's Productions is in the house all the way from Finland. Meant to be RVing, weekend RVing. Scroll on down. Over the Hill RV's in the house. RV Ash in April. Foreverland RV. Good morning. Captain Jack Scrapper is scrapping this morning, by the way. I done run into Captain Jack this morning. This is our autism garden. Woohoo! Good to have you guys in here. Good deal. All right, so we got 12 in here, so I can go over it. I know I'm going to have to go over it more than once today, but I'll go over it. For those who didn't know, we had a special announcement yesterday after the morning live show. So what we're doing is Millie is having some health issues. Millie with Weekend RVing. You want to know all about the health issues, all you have to do is go over to her channel. She talks all about it. It's in her genes. It's in hereditary in her family. And so she's having some issues. So she's going to get all that took care of. Amongst all that, James lost his job, which thank God he got another one yesterday at a great place, sounds like. And they're on like Cobra insurance. I mean, if it could happen, it has happened. And so they're running through a little rough streak right now. But we wanted to help them get through it, but we're not working either. So we had to be creative. So what we done we're making masks. We ran up on this fabric, which is breast cancer awareness ribbons and fabric. And so what we're doing is Dirt Road Missions, which is our nonprofit, is fronting the money and all the expenses to make these and all the expenses to ship them. So if you make a $10 donation to Weekend RVing's PayPal tip jar, and Nettie's got the link drop. If you make a $10 donation, come over. Let me put it up here. Come over and email me at this email and show me where you have made at least a $10 donation, and we will mail you for free one of these masks. And we have his and hers. We have the black elastic, guys supporting the ladies, and then we have the white one, white elastic for the ladies. Whoops, for the ladies. So they're the same quality. They're everything about them the same. They have a place in the back for a liner. Y'all heard Blue Wave Odyssey. He bought some of ours. Several of you guys on here has bought some of our masks, and y'all know that they're good. They're a good mask. They're expandable. They have the pleats in it, and the elastic is made into it, not made onto it. And so anyway, so you're getting the same quality as if you were buying one from me and Tammy for any other reason. It's going to be free. You just show us that you gave at least $10, and we'll ship it within the United States for free. So that's what we're doing. So get you a little caught up update. Jerry Holly loved it so much that when he went live last night, which me and him's usually on each other's show a lot. I got up on his show and he wanted me to talk about it. So then he gets Bob at Blue Wave Odyssey up there. And so when we started the show, and I think James can back this up, I think when we started Jerry's show, we had $300 that had been donated. And I had told everybody if we raised 1,000, I'd shave off my beard and my mustache. So some of y'all done heard this, but I was just telling this in case somebody hadn't. But anyway, by the end of the show, we were over $1,000 between Bob at Blue Wave Odyssey and Jerry doing his sales thing, and Nettie and all of them in the chat. They wore it out, and by the time the show was over, we was over $1,000. Rhonda D has also, I don't know how long her offer stands, but I think it still stands, said she's going to shave her head if we get it to 2,000. And I'm going to throw out something else. Also, Farm Okie said that she would cut her hair way short for 3,000. So get all the challenges out there. I want to throw something else out there this morning. Yeah, you can. Yeah, I don't have a problem. Hey, you guys can promote your stuff in our chat. I have no problem with that. The only way we would say no to that if it's something that's not, that our community would not like, vulgar stuff. Y'all know what I mean. Bad language. Y'all know. None of you guys are going to do that. But anyway, y'all can promote your stuff in the chat. That's what our channel is about. It's helping others. So let me get back to where I was. Okay, I'm going to throw out something else. This morning on Weekend RVing, I found out something that really blew me away, and it's so unfair. Oh, I'm going to try not to cry. So unfair that you pay as much as they're having to pay for Cobra insurance right now because James lost his job. They've detected things, and I'm not going to go into a lot of detail. I don't want to embarrass anybody, but y'all have to go over there and watch the replay of this morning's show. Anyway, Millie wants to be safe because it runs in her family. It's been genetically tested. She's been genetically tested, all this stuff. Anyway, so to do what has to be done, they also want to do some preventative stuff. Well, the what has to be done is covered with insurance, but the preventative stuff, because she has a high risk of getting it if she don't do the preventative stuff, is not covered. I think I heard James say that the part that's not covered is $2,500. If I understood that right. So I am going to be a man on a mission, and we're not stopping. I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but we're going to try to raise that at least. I'd like to see us do more, but I don't know what I'm going to have to do, but we're going to try to see that we get at least $2,500. So I really did not have that as a goal to start with. I thought with everything going on, but I think at the very least, we've got to hit the $2,500 mark. So yeah, and he told me that I was right. It was $2,500 they have to pay out of pocket to do the preventative stuff, and that is so not fair because I know how high Cobra insurance is. I've not ever had to pay it. I've had friends that's had to pay it. I gotta have some coffee. I'm fixing to start crying. But I know I'm a big baby, but take that after my mama. My daddy, we're all German. We're cold-hearted. We have hardly no bedside manner. But when I get to talking, my mama comes out in me. Anyway. Whew. So, I just like to see us hit that $2,500 mark. All right, so Nettie's got the links in the chat. Y'all throw it in it. For every $10, you get a mask up until, like we got enough to make 60. Now, if we do more than that, me and Tammy will try to scour the internet, but fabric is nearly impossible to buy right now. And then when you start buying something that's for our cause, it is ridiculously high. So we will have to see over 60, but 60 would be quite a bit of money because we've had a lot of people donate big amounts of money that didn't want any masks. So I think with 60, we should be able to get $2,500. So anyway, so if you want a mask, for those that just come in to help Millie, make a $10 donation to the link that Nettie is dropping. And this is the guy one with the black elastic. This is the ladies with the white elastic. I'll give y'all a close up again. Breast cancer. This is all the money, 100% of the money that you put in the link to Weekend RVing stays with them. We keep nothing. Dirt Road Missions, our nonprofit, is covering all the expense. So we'll give you, all you have to do is email us and we'll mail you a mask for free for every $10 that you donate up until we run out. At 60, we might can do more if we can find more. All right, so we're done with that. I'm going to try. I got through that. I didn't try very much. So, yeah. So I had to trim it up just a little bit. So, that's hard to do, to shave in a monitor, because it's backwards than shaving in a mirror. Nettie, actually, I got a bunch in. We finally, after ordering a bunch of elastic, we finally got a bunch in. So, yeah, I may holler at you though if we start running low, but we're doing really good right now. I think we got about 6 or 8 rolls, but thank you. All right, so Jane just said that we're up to $1,171. So y'all, today is a real important day for Millie because she has to have one of her surgeries today. And so y'all, and Jane can't be with her because of the hospital rules with what's going on right now. So y'all just be praying for them. That's about lunch their time in Oklahoma, and I think they're on the same time we are. So about lunchtime today. So y'all be praying for Millie today and Jane, because I can tell you I've had a lot of surgeries. I'd rather have the surgery, as bad as it may be, is to be on the other side. To me, being on the other side is awful. And to me personally, this is my personal thing. I had rather be the one laying in the bed as the one on the other side. I know Millie's going to be going through a lot, but that's just me personally. It kills me to watch somebody go through something and know I can't do anything about it. So, said I was going to try not to cry. Yeah. All right. So we're going to try to stay on schedule. And if anybody has any questions or anybody, yeah, that's what we're on, Lynn, Central Time. So yeah, we're on the same time. So if any of you guys see anybody come in and they don't know about all that, we'll try to go over it again before the show's over. So I told y'all we were going to talk about Canva today. Are y'all ready to talk about Canva? So did you guys go in and set up your Canva accounts and watch uh tech what's the name of the Mike on them show? Tech Talk University last night. So Roy and Becky, y'all know about what we're doing for Millie, right? But anyway, let's go. Everybody go to their Canva page, and I'm gonna bring up my Canva page, and we'll go over the mask for Millie again before the show's over. So y'all remind me, don't let me forget. Make sure I got it brought up. So this is actually mine. Y'all can see where I brought up and made the one for Millie and them last night. So I'm going to go over here. So this is when you create your account and you go in to start making the design. You should see this page right here. This page right here. Are you guys see you, Nettie? Thank you for everything y'all done. Anyway, so y'all should all be at that page. Are y'all all on that page? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show y'all how to do a thumbnail on a free website, which is Canva. Our Crazy RV Life loves Canva. I do too. I wish y'all may have to show me how to do the banner on Canva, because I can't get one that'll work on all applications. So I don't know. All right, so y'all are on Canva. So what we're going to do is, whoops, let's go back home. All right, so we get to right here. We want to create a design. We just click on create design, right? And then when you do that, it's going to come up down here, YouTube thumbnail. So you just click on that. So it gives you a blank palette right here. You can't put anything outside the banner if you want it to be seen. And so what you do, you go over here, all the way over here on the left, it'll have all these little tabs. So the first thing you want to do is pick a background. You can pick a background, or look, you can even do this. You can come over here, you can go back to home. You can pull up your designs. You see that? I got a brand new design there I won't put out later. And these are all the ones that I have made and saved. I can bring those up in I can come over here and click on them. It'll bring it up, and I can actually edit those. But we're not going to do that today. That's something I started and didn't finish. We're not going to do that today. We're going to go back to create a design, go to thumbnail. I'm trying to keep up. If y'all will tag me if I'm going too slow or got a question, I'll see it on my phone. So I'm trying to monitor it from two different places here. So, all right, so we're going to create a design. So the first thing we want to do is do a background, right? So you can do a background image, or you can go up here to say photos and say you want to do one about coffee. So you can do coffee. Click on coffee. It's going to bring up a bunch of photos. All right, I want to show you something right here. This is the difference between free and paid. So The first one don't have a crown on it, right? So that's a free one. This is a free one. This is a free one. You see that little crown right there? That's one you have to pay for. But there's plenty of free ones. I've made coffee designs on here with free ones. This is one I have used before. See, it's free. So you click on it, it brings it up. If you'll notice, there's a lot of space right here. Some of the guys that are teaching the thumbnail says you want borders. Well, you can do borders different ways. This is the background. So what you can do, you can have a border all the way around. So what you want to do is click off of the picture and click so that the lines, well, all I did was when it put the picture there, it highlighted so you can adjust the size. I just came over here and clicked on the background. And then I come up here and I click on a color chart if I want it red. Well, say you don't want that border all the way around. Come over here and click on your picture. This is things how I do it. There's other ways of doing it. I'm going to tell you how I do it. And so say you can drag this picture. So you get rid of it there. And come over here. There. So say you could have a two-sided. You see how that makes it look different? Or you can just drag this back over and put it in the center. I like doing them in the center. I've seen some done both ways. So anyway, that's how you do that. So you can just pick any kind. You'll just have to do one that don't have the crown. Uncle Lisa. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to do my pointer in a different way. I see it good on my end, but I don't see it good on the... I don't know here. Let me see what's going on. And two, it don't change pages, does it? See y'all, Foreverland RV. Y'all are just seeing the first screen. I don't know why it's doing that. Let me go back and share this screen. That might help. Hang on. What you're going to do, let me get you on the screen that I'm on. All right. So what I done right here. All right, and y'all are on my page. All right, let me see. I'm trying to watch both and see if y'all are seeing what I see. All right, so what I did was I clicked the thumbnail out. It may not work like I think it's going to work. I know this is how we've done it before with Michael, but all right, so I'm just going to have to walk through this. What I done is I clicked the thumbnail out. I clicked photo in the far left side there, brought it up, and I searched at the top for coffee. That's how I got the center picture. I left the center picture small, and then I clicked on the outside of the picture and made the background red. All right. So let's see if I add something to it, if it stays, if I'm able to change. I'm going to see if it adds this to the screen. All right, so it is working. So what I did was I wanted to add text to my picture. So I went over here to the far left side and clicked text. If you'll see under where it said add heading, there are all kinds of writing. That writing can all be edited. So what you do, you pick on a writing you like. Say, like I have wild sale and then I have up to 50% off. Well, say I want all my writing like wild. I can X off everything and just use the script writing for the wild, or I can use all of it or none of it. So what you do here, say that I want to use the wild and the cell font. So I'm going to move my writing over to where I want it. I'm going to click over here at the end so I can delete off cell and write coffee. On wild, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to write morning. I may have to make that bigger. We can do morning, southern. What I can do right there, say I want to make morning bigger. I can come up here and then I can ungroup. So I got this, right? I can go up here and click ungroup up there under Try Canva Pro. Click off, come over here to morning. You see how it lets me adjust the morning size when I do that? So then I can stretch morning out. So see if I want to put a G in there and make that G. You see how I done that? I ungrouped it so I could adjust the size on that. Go up here, make it like this, and then slide morning wherever I want. And all I have to do is have something highlighted there, and I can change the color. Say I don't want the 50% off. Since I've got it ungrouped, I come down here and I click on it just anywhere and hit the delete button. So now I can move morning coffee around anywhere I want to. I can even shorten morning coffee. I can scale it down, and then I can move each part of it. I can even make morning coffee all wrote in the morning font. You see what I mean? I could have deleted the coffee off. I could have made this morning, the box that morning wrote in, I could have made it bigger and wrote morning coffee in that script. So say we don't want coffee in white. We just go over here and click down here and come up here to the color chart, click on the color chart and make it red if we want to. We don't want to make it red. See how it blends in? Black looks good. White looks better. So we can let's leave that in white. So we can even come in here and go over here to where it said uploads. I have a bunch of pictures in the upload. Just say this is, I want to put my logo. I have a logo uploaded. Well, say if I didn't have a logo uploaded, you go up here to this green bar. It says upload an image or video. And all you do is click on it and it pulls up your downloads and all that. You click on the image you want to upload. It'll upload it over here into this area. And then you just do like this. You just say, click on Daydream. I want Daydream, my logo in my thumbnail, right? So I just bring it over here. I resize it like I want and set it there. My logo colors is orange. Orange don't really look good on this wood, but we're just going to put it on there for now just to show you how to do it. And you can add a bunch of stuff on this upload part, or you can even go to photos and add a different photo. You can add photos all over it the same way we done with this. Does that make sense to you guys? So that's the basics of Canva. And so it's just click and drag and resize. It has a ton of text. You can scroll down there and get all kind of writing. You don't have to use the whole text box. You can break that up and use the part that you like congrats. I have used the text font on congrats a lot and not ever used the bottom. I just X all this. I ungroup it, X all that out, and use congrats. you can break any part of these up, and that's what's so cool about Canva, and it's in the free part. You can do video stuff. I've never done video, so I'm not going to get into that. But let's just say this is how you like it. You go over here to the file, click save, and then if you want it on your computer so you can use it in your StreamYard, you come over here and you click download. You'll click the download and it'll download. Now, if you're trying to download something that has a paid part on it, it won't let you download it until you pay for that part. Like say if you accidentally pick a picture or background that you have to pay for, you will not be able to download it until you pay. I accidentally done that one day. That's how I learned that. So, but anyway, so that's how easy Canva is. It offers a whole bunch of stuff for free. And so that's what I use. I mean, I know I'm not a very good teacher, but maybe that will help at least get you started. So any of you guys got questions about that? We have somebody supposed to be on at the top of the hour, so we may have to get by until they get in here. We're going to talk about some diesel motors and Amsoil. And Brad, most of us guys in here that pull have diesel trucks. I'd say the majority of us. A lot of guys that pull bigger trailers and stuff run diesel. There's some gas burners in here, but anyway, we're going to have Brad on if he can make it at the top of the hour, and we're going to talk about Amsoil. And that is a real good brand of oil. I've never ran it. I've learned a lot about it over the years, but I never knew anybody that was associated with it. But our friend Brad at Fifth Wheeling Food and Fixing is a representative for that company, and he has offered us all a great deal if we want to do it. We don't have to, but today he's just going to tell us about it. And then he was just going to throw that out there and see. How do you set Canva up? You go to canva.com, just create your account, and it will come up exactly like we showed you there. So you'll have to enter in like your email address, and then once you get that, you go in there and you click. So like you have to create an account even though it's free. And then when you create that account, you'll go in there and you'll click create design, and then below it it'll have YouTube thumbnail, and that'll get you your template. Oh Lord. He may be asleep. He come in yesterday about late in the show, so he should be here. Trubaduo uses Pixel Lab on their phone. Trubaduo, is that a free app? There's Artist on the Road. Trubaduo, did you hear about what we're doing for Millie and James at Weekend RVing? Nettie's back at work. It's going to be so awesome to have Nettie here all the time, ain't it? When they get retired. We got a new sponsor coming tomorrow, guys. And that's another one of those KT moments, but I can't tell you about it until everything gets here. Let me just say that. I am registered. You said we couldn't register but once. Everybody go. Roy and Becky is having I think it's their 1,000 subscriber giveaway. I think. Am I right? They're giving away a bunch of stuff, and they're going to give away the grand prize first, I think he said, because you can't win but once. So they're going to give away the grand prize first and work their way down. So everybody check out Roy and Becky's Travel. Oh, I got to say something. Then I'm going to talk Trubaduo just a second. We broke 800 subscribers last night. I am so excited. This adventure family, what did you buy? All right. So we got a bunch of new people in here. So everybody listen up. I'm going to go over this again. I tell you what, let's wait to right before the top of the hour, and then I'll go over it then, and then I'll go over it before we go off the show. So that'll give us about 10 or 15 more minutes. We have a lot of people come in halfway through the show. So we're going to go over the match for Millie in about 10 or 15 more minutes. What we're doing to help raise money for Millie at Weekend RVing. She has breast cancer, having surgery, and then she's having a lot of preventative surgery to go along with that. So we're going to help her. Got a 2002 GMC Sierra 1500 four-wheel drive, 5.3 V8. Good deal. Now, y'all have what size rig do you guys have? Max weight 7,000. Nettie, you got it right. Rot and Becky's Travels. That's more appropriate. So another heads up. If any of y'all are near Weekend RVing, James is fixing to start selling he said Dodge product, but I thought they took the Dodge name off. I think it may be Dodge, but he's going to start selling Dodge vehicles. So if anybody needs any of that, hey, right here is Babyface Radar. It's what they was calling me last night, and that's a compliment. Y'all can call me Radar all day. Radar O'Reilly off of MASH. That's my favoriteest show, probably. I have an autographed picture of Hawkeye. I never did get to meet Radar, and Radar was one of my best. I'm a ham radio guy, so when I get on my ham radio, I always think I'm Radar. I was going to say this when they came in, but I hadn't seen them come in. But last night they were saying that I look like Michael off Our Epic RV Adventure. I don't see it, but thank you, Lucky Dog Sue. They said that we're in their new video coming out today. I'll have to check that out. I done a video here a while back. That was one of our trivia questions. Who was playing in our latest video? I talked about him when the video come on, and it was the Art of RVing. I'm so happy for y'all, Sue, on the new puppy. We got two here my wife's about ready to get rid of if they don't quit peeing on the couch. She come through right before I was going to go live last night, and I thought she was going to make them both homeless. We've had them fixed and everything, and they're still having issues. They were doing really good. They've just gone to the dogs, so to say, in the last few days, wanting to pee on everything. There's Jerry Holly. Jerry Holly, you're going to have to help me sell this. Jerry is my best outside salesman. Jerry, come up. I got to tell you something. Too much to pay. So I got to give you all the information so you can go out and tell everybody what we got to do, what we got to accomplish. And then I'm going to tell Troubaduo and all the new people coming in about what we're doing. You ready? So, first of all, did you get that nurse straightened out last night?
You know, I never got a call back, so I don't know.
The boss didn't call you back.
No, that was my daughter that called back, and I kept trying to call my wife, and she wouldn't answer her phone. So I don't have any idea what happened over there. I
Oh,
called. I called the nurse's station, and it was her nurse was supposed to call me back, and I never got a call from her nurse. So I'm in the dark.
well.
Yeah, I'm not liking it too much. I was up till 3 o'clock waiting on a phone call or somebody to do something.
Wow. Man, I hate that.
Oh, it's yeah, it's not good.
All right,
I
let's keep
just
your
try to
mind
call
off of
her.
that. And we're going to be praying for you and we're going to get you through this. But let's
Oh,
get your mind off of it and we'll go to something that'll help
yeah,
you get going.
yeah.
So, this morning on Weekend RV, and I found out a little tidbit that we didn't know.
Oh, yeah.
So, Weekend RVing has Cobra insurance because, James lost his job.
Yeah,
So they're
yeah.
having to pay ridiculous. I know Cobra insurance is high. So, their Cobra insurance is not going to cover all the surgeries Millie's having because some of it is considered it's not
Elective.
yeah, it's elective because even though it's genetically tested and that doctors say she needs to have it done, it's not like life or death. And
I,
so they're going to have to pay $2,500 out of their pocket to have all the surgeries done to do the preventative with it.
oh my gosh.
So not only are they paying ridiculous for the insurance, they're having to put money with it. And so that's I told them I told everybody this morning I have made that my mission that we're going to raise at least $2,500.
You darn right we will. We're
I think we're at
what we have.
1171 with I think 11. It might be 1,071.
I thought it was 11 something last night. Yeah.
I think it's 1171. What he said earlier today. But anyway, I know you was my best outside salesman, and I knew I needed you on the team. Man, y'all gonna have to tip your hat to Jerry Holly. We went from 300 on his show yesterday morning to over 1,000. It's 1181 now.
1181. We can do this. It's saying 11. That ain't nothing. $2,500. We'll have that by the end of the night.
Jerry done $700 on his show last night in an hour.
We can
Jerry
do this.
Holly, I mean, he is the man. I ain't got nothing else to shave off. I buzzed my hair and I shaved my beard and mustache.
Yeah. Well, we can get this. I know. Gosh, I don't know if she emailed me or not. Somebody was going to shave their head when we got to 2,000.
Yeah, Rhonda D has said she
Yeah,
shaved
Rhonda
her
D.
head
Yeah.
at 2,000.
So we're only $800 away from.
And I've
getting
got a
another
bunch
head
of masks left. So let me tell everybody about that. We've had
Yeah.
some new people come in.
Yeah.
All right. So what we're doing is me and Tammy didn't have the money just to write a big check to help them. And we knew that no more than we could give, it wouldn't be a whole lot of money. So Dirt Road Missions is putting the money up to have these masks made. They're breast cancer awareness masks. We've got them with black elastic. We got them with the black elastics for the guys to support the ladies. And we got them with white elastic for the ladies. So what we're doing is everybody that gives $10, everybody that gives $10 to Weekend RV and Tip Jar, which Nettie just posted the link, can come back and email me at the email scrolling across the bottom of the screen and show me that you gave at least $10 and we will mail you for free a breast cancer awareness mask, and we'll even ship it to you within the United States for free. So yeah, we're up to $1,181 we raised. I told them yesterday or day before, whenever, that I'd shave my beard if we raised 1,000. So I done shaved my beard and mustache, but we need to get to 2,500. So
Let's see. I can't even see how many you got in here, Gary.
We got 18 people in
All
here.
right. 18 people. We should be able to get. We should be able to get it up a little bit here, don't you think? Yeah, I like what Nurse in a Travel Bug said down there. Oh, cancer, but it's not medically necessary to remove it. I think what's going on is she's having some. She don't have it in both breasts, but she's got the generic gene that does it. So she just decided to have a double mastectomy, so she didn't have to worry about it. And I
Yeah,
guess that's what they're considering. Unless it's life threatening, they're not going to pay for
the other
getting rid of
side.
what she wants to get rid of. I guess is the best way to say it. So we just need to help get them $2,500, so don't come out of their pocket for the additional costs that the insurance refuses to pay for.
Lucky dog. The only thing that changed is our daughter brought her little boy puppy over here. They're all boys. Our two and Keisha, our daughters. And the only thing that has changed is that. I wonder if they're marking their territory because Dakota's been here. I just when you said that, that made me think that that might be what they're doing.
Hey, I saw a deal there from Troubadour too. They were been out of the loop. You guys raised for me and Diana. You guys raised over $7,100. So that's where it's setting at now, Troubadour, and now we need to focus our needs over to James and Millie. So
Nursing our travel bug, she's having without going in a lot of detail and embarrassing Millie, she's having with women, you really, if you have a genetic testing, you have to have all the surgeries, top and
there,
bottom. And so
there it is.
today
We
she's
can
having one of her
RV.
surgeries today. So
Yeah, weekend RV and just kind of put up.
yeah, we can, yeah. So at lunch today, she's having one of her surgeries, and then I think the 19th, I think they said she's having the other surgery. So
Yeah, no, it's
no, 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 no,
no.
it's fine. They've told everybody.
Yeah, they told everybody. You just might not have caught it on one of the lives, but they're pretty open about what's going on, which is great.
Well, I
Um,
think it's great. It brings awareness. And
yeah,
no matter who you are or what, or just like
yeah.
Diana, what y'all are doing with Diana, that brings awareness. Uh, it's just okay, Sue. Thanks. I need to tell my wife. I don't. What do we do about that? I don't know what we're going to do about that, Sue. Because it's getting out of control. My wife speaks to make them homeless if they don't quit. And guess what? Dakota's coming back tonight. So our dogs,
Might become outside dogs.
they may become outside dogs if they don't watch it. They're great dogs too. We love our little group in Bentley.
Well, we keep dropping that link in there for James and Millie, so you guys just I know it's hard times, but we can do it. You guys did it for me. We can do it for them, no problem.
On Tammy's side of the family, the women has all the cancer issues. On my side of the family, the men have all the cancer issues.
Really?
So
I've got it on both sides because my sister, my best friend's sister, and one that we kind of was the tightest. She died at 40 years old of lung cancer. 40 years old. That's way too young. So we can do this. We can do this for Millie. Gary and them doing everything they can with the mask. His foundation bought the material. They're making them. They're shipping them for free. So I know we sold a lot of masks last night, and people said, "I'll just keep the mask and resell them. We'll just give you the money."
oh
So,
yeah,
how many you got left?
we got a bunch. I don't know how many. What I was telling them this morning because we basically started making them when we started telling everybody. So it takes it takes several minutes. Well, it takes a good while because I have to cut out all the patterns, and then Thomas, our son, helps Tam or somebody marks them after I cut them out. All right, somebody marks them. Then somebody pins the elastic in them. after Tammy does one step. Then Tammy has, once she does one or two steps, then Tammy has to pin up the pleats. And then when she gets all the pleats pinned up, then she sews it. And then it gets cleaned and ironed and then put in the envelope and shipped. So it takes a while just to do one.
It's not a 2-minute process to get it
No.
done. They're hand making these things. These are I see Gary cut in the cutting room a lot, just cut material. So
You need to email me your address. You didn't email me your address.
oh, okay, I will. Kind of got crazy last night.
Yeah. So what I told them is, I think we got everybody that was up to your show last night mailed today. Somewhere along in that point, somewhere along in the show, from that point on, will mail out tomorrow because it takes her so long to make them. We got a pretty good pile going, but then by the time she makes them, they get ironed and they get over to what I call our shipping department. And then I have to scroll down and write down all the addresses. It's a pretty good process, but we pretty much got it down to a manufacturing facility in our house.
Well, I know you have to. The way you guys are cranking them out.
I don't know how many we've done. We've probably done 14 or 1,500 so far.
I'm gonna say I think I sold about 800 for you.
Yeah, you have. We've sold a bunch. A lot of our guys, Roy and Becky. I don't think I mailed yours out today. Yeah. If you need to change something, let me know.
I just sent you that email, so you should have it.
Good deal. So we'll try to get those out. I want when y'all get all y'all's masks, I want y'all to wear them on your live stream so we can show support for Millie.
Definitely.
That's why I done the guys. When we were making them, I told Tammy, I said, we got to do something to differentiate the guys and the gals.
Yeah.
We want everybody to know that the guys are wearing them too.
You know what? It wouldn't bother me what color it is. You send it to me, I'm wearing it. So.
Well, I just wanted the world to know that the guys were supporting the ladies.
Yeah.
They would do that for us in a heartbeat. So it's the least we can do.
Not a doubt about it. That's for sure.
So Nettie keeps dropping that link. Maybe I'm excited for Brad to come in. My truck is a diesel, and I think Amsoil sells for gas burners as well. I think.
Yeah, they do. I think they do. Yeah. Like I said, it's been a few years since I've had my diesel, but man, I swear by that Amsoil. It's just something else.
So you've been running Amsoil a while?
Well, when I had my diesel truck,
it's been
several years since I had that diesel truck, but as soon as I bought it, I switched it over to Amsoil. And Gary, I'm not kidding you. Sometimes I go 10,000 miles between oil changes, and when you drain that oil, it was just as. I think you could turn around and put it back in it.
I think that because I get my nephew them and my brother-in-law owns a big truck shop about 20 miles from us, and I love supporting them and their family. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
But there comes Brad. Brad, I'm fixing to drop a link for you to come in. But what I'm going to do, I think I'm going to go ahead and pay the difference and get so I can do a year without changing it. The reason being is when we're working, it ain't how much it costs to get the oil change. It's the inconvenience of taking that truck out of service, even for just a half a day.
Yeah.
Brad, I posted that link for you there, buddy.
Yeah, and it all depends on how many miles you drive. Like KT, I know he's got like 140,000 miles on his 10-month-old truck. He would still have to change it more often. But with somebody like me or you, I went with the mid-grade because, like I said, this was a long time ago, and it is kind of expensive. But man, if you think about all the different times you're not stopping to change your oil and your time at the truck being out of service, it's worth every dime of it.
I'd say with KT it'd be more important not to be down.
Hey, brother, how you doing, buddy?
We was talking about you.
Morning, boys.
Here.
Just having my coffee here, and
well, that's what it's all about.
So we've been talking about Millie. Did you catch our fundraiser for Millie?
I did, and actually had a good chat with James and Millie last night on the phone. So
Yeah, I know y'all are good friends, and so
praying for her today.
yeah, I think we're 1181, maybe more than that.
1196, I think.
All right.
Yeah,
It's green already.
1196. Our
That's
goal is
awesome.
2,500 because that's what they're going to have to pay for one of the elective surgeries. So our
Okay,
goal is to get
great.
them to 2,500. So I done shaved for Millie. I didn't even do that for Jerry, but I done it for Millie.
That's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. He looked like 20 years younger.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Yeah, you feel
It's going to be coming back.
It started growing the day you shaved it, or what?
Do what now?
Did it start growing the day you shaved it?
No, it'll take me a while to grow mine back.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if y'all noticed, but I shaved without shaving cream.
No, I made a comment in the deal. I said, that is a real man. He's dry shaving after having that beard.
Well, you noticed I washed my face after I trimmed.
Yeah.
I have a gag reflex to anything like whipped cream. I can't eat whipped cream. I can't eat, the people that makes the pies with the stuff on top. Some toothpaste, not all toothpaste, but some toothpaste, if it's foamy or stuff, don't want to say this and everybody drinking coffee, but it's not good. And so as a young kid, a young guy, I learned to shave with just a wet face. They tell me to do it in the shower, but I've never had a good mirror to do it in the shower. And that's another reason I grow my beard out.
I shave in the shower too, but I'm always feeling around, and
Yeah.
I don't think I've used a mirror in 20 years, so I'm just used to it every day.
Yeah, so I have shaved with just a wet face
Boy,
pretty much all my whole life.
if I did that, I'd be like the kid on Home Alone when I slapped the aftershave on.
But it actually, to me, feels better when you don't. I have used it some just to see if different brands would not make me sick. And so it's never, there's some I could probably use and get by with, especially the gel types.
The gel is what I used to.
Yeah. But I like nothing. It's just as good. You take a hot, wet rag like I did after I buzzed it off, and I can go to shaving. It's not bad at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put in the chat. I said, "No, that's a real man. He's dry shaving."
Yeah. Oh, good morning, Nursing Our Travel Bug and Uncle Lisa Productions. Howdy.
All right. So I want to know. All right.
James.
One question, real quick.
wait.
Amsoil.
His senior sister said, "Can you spell out the name of the oil we're talking about?"
Yep, it's right. Oh, right.
AMSOIL.
Yeah. And it's AMS capital and then oil. That's the brand of it. I don't know if you can see it back there.
What we'll do is
he probably got a big sticker. There you go.
There we go.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah. Hold it down so we can see your face, and I'm gonna use that for a thumbnail. Up,
Oh, hang on. There's
hold it like right about. Yeah, that's good right there. Yeah, right there. Yep. I'll use that as a thumbnail. But my question is, for the chat, I want everybody in the chat that has a tow rig, like a tow truck, like you pull your rig with your truck. I want everybody in the chat to write diesel or gas. And so, Brad, does Amsoil sell an oil for both?
Oh, absolutely. So there's diesel oil, there's gas, every weight from the 70s vehicles up to 2020. I actually saw the other day there's some stuff for 2021 on there already. European oil, if you have to run the low ash, low saps, European oils are on there. High performance cars, they have specific oils for like McLaren, the new Corvettes, Porsche, Ferrari. That's all these guys do is oil. And well, I mean, that's their whole business. So they make a point of being the best at it. And, you know, someone will say, well, you just like it or you just sell it. Well, honestly, I mean, I am a licensed heavy duty mechanic. I worked for Freightliner for over 10 years. Building diesel engines was my job for a lot of years before I went to engineering. And I've been building racing engines and a Super Pro crew chief for over 20 years. And we were running 1,600 horsepower injected alcohol in the quarter-mile track. And we don't run anything but Amsoil in it. And, you know, are there other good oils? Absolutely. You know, if you're one of the people that are running, you know, say Mobil 1 in your vehicle, you're taking great care of your vehicle. But I did go to a seminar for work because for our big compression engines in the oil field, and they did say, hey, you know, what are you guys running in yours? And so Mobil 1, there's a division of Mobil Oil called Pegasus, and that's their high performance synthetic oil division, and they do all industrial equipment. Big, like I have those big giant fans you see on the side of the road. Those are big gas compressors, and so I look after a lot of those. And I did go to a seminar, and for fun, I wore my Amsoil hat, and it was for our lubrication specialist division of Pegasus for Exxon Esso. And the guy came over to me, and he's the head engineer for Pegasus in the U.S., and he said, "Am I going to get any guff from you today?" And I said, "Not if you don't lie." And he said, and our head of maintenance for our oil company was there, and in front of God and everybody in that room, he said, "This gentleman right here is wearing an Amsoil hat." And he said, "I will admit in front of everybody here today that nobody on the planet makes a better synthetic oil than Amsoil. And the simple fact is that we at Pegasus can't put the resources into refining a specific item like this. We just wouldn't be able to do it. It would cost billions. And but because we do other things. So because that's all they do, they said, if you're running Amsoil, there's nothing better on the planet you could possibly do for your vehicle."
Yeah, people think that big companies can do as good as you can get, but that's not always true. That's just like with the mask. Big companies can't do black or white, or I mean they can, but it's a total different. You got to reset up your manufacturing. You got to change. You got to decide in manufacturing. You're going to mass market, or you're going to custom market, and you got to also decide: am I going to sell something the masses can afford, or will spend money on, or am I going to sell something that professionals and people that's willing to pay an extra $10 or whatever? What market am I going to cater to? So you have to make that decision.
Yeah, and you know, so it is expensive. There's no denying that, but it is what you get, what you pay for. But the nice thing is the length of the oil change. And Jerry, when I popped in, I heard you talking about that. Yeah. So 3 times OEM. So if you go to Walmart and you buy a $3 bottle of oil, and you do your oil change with that. We call it dyno oil in the industry, so it's non-synthetic, the cheap stuff you can buy, and you're going to do 3 oil changes to 1 Amsoil oil change. So suddenly is that 3 times. So if you're changing your own oil, you don't have the labor to pay. But
I have labor.
If you're not, I mean, even if you are changing your own oil, 3 sets of oil change, oil and filter, costs you more money than that 1 oil change does with the top synthetic on the market. So
I was telling Jerry, in my business, when we're working, not right now, I have plenty of time on my hands, but when we're working, it ain't a matter of how much it costs to get it changed 3 or 4 times a year. That is an expense, but the bigger issue with me is stopping that truck for a half a day or a day to carry it to the shop to get the oil.
Yeah, that's right. And that's one of the reasons I have quite a few truck fleets that I service. And so these guys are same thing. You know, you can't have that $125 an hour vacuum truck, oil filled vacuum truck sitting down in the shop every 200 hours to get its oil changed. They go by hours, not miles, right? And the Amsoil synthetic 1540 heavy duty diesel, the 6 times heavy duty diesel, which is what I would recommend for all the pickups that pull their trailers in here. That takes your oil change interval from 200 hours to 700 hours and safely. And we do oil samples, and because with the big trucks, you always run samples. It's just a good idea to get ahead of any issues you're having in those big diesels. And nothing. Corey just had his one truck in-framed as Kenworth. And if you're not in the industry, in-framing means it's a complete engine overhaul, but in the semis and the big highway trucks, they don't pull the engines out to do that. They do it in frame. So they pull the head off and the pan off in frame, pop the kits out, and they basically just rebuild the whole engine in frame. Kind of like at when you're watching drag racing, when they overhaul those drags between races, right?
That's cool to watch too, by the way.
Except that it's 40 hours plus to do a Kenworth, but and anyways, so the new Cummins NTC engines have all the pollution control and EGR on them, and they are filthy engines. When you drop the oil out of those, it is just so black and brutal, and the engines don't last near as long as they used to with all the emissions control.
Can you explain that? I had some people asking here why the emissions is killing the motors, and I was basically trying to explain to them that because it feeds it back through more pressure, and you're better at that. So explain why it is that the emissions stuff is killing the motors.
So it's actually real simple. Diesel engines produce carbon. They used to smoke black, and now they don't because of the emissions controls.
Yeah.
So that smoke has to go somewhere, and it's going both back in the engine through the exhaust. So an EGR valve stands for exhaust gas recirculation. So it's taking that through again, but also you always have blow by past your rings. So boom, you get the shot of pressure when you're the bang you hear. That's the power stroke, right? Well, that smoky carbon filled gases go past the rings to a certain degree too, and that's the blow by in the engine. That goes into the crankcase. That's direct path past the rings into the crankcase where the rotating assembly is and all the oil splashing around. And carbon likes carbon. And that's why it gets so black, because all those little molecules of carbon find other molecules of carbon, and they're just like rabbits, right? They get together and they make more rabbits. And carbon makes bigger and bigger pieces of carbon. And that's where you start getting scuffing in your cylinders, because carbon's very, very hard. Carbon is the beginning of diamonds, right? So it scuffs your liners up really bad. And so what you need is a really good soot dispersant in your oil. And Amsoil has 6 times, their diesel oils have 6 times the soot dispersants in, and acid, so your base acid number, than any oil on the market. So what we did a test, and we took an engine that had 40,000 miles on it on the oil change. We just pushed it to see how far it could go. So after 25,000, we started doing an oil sample every 1,000 miles just to make sure we didn't hurt the engine. And after 40,000 miles, that signature series Amsoil went to the lab, not an Amsoil lab, just Core Labs in Calgary. And that oil was still better after 40,000 miles in viscosity, chemical package, soot dispersants, and total base number than Mobil 1 brand new in the jug.
Yeah.
I've seen YouTube videos sort of doing the same thing. I'm on some Ram channels for Ram truck owners, and but I'd say 90% of those guys run Amsoil in their trucks.
Yeah. There's a reason. There's a reason for it. I can't say enough about it. And I know Brad knows a lot more about it than I did. My brother-in-law was a Amsoil rep when I had my diesel, and that's how I got started on it. And why I didn't keep going when I got gas engines. You know, I was just thinking they were like that just for the diesel trucks too. But no.
So
yeah, it got me thinking. Class C I've only got 34,000 miles on it. Next oil change is probably going to get some Amsoil put back in it.
Is it a gas or diesel?
It's a gas.
Yeah.
So, actually, there's more variety for gas engines than there is diesel engines at Amsoil. Actually,
so what did so I have a Ram truck with a Cummins. You know what I have,
Mhm.
So what does Amsoil offer? I mean, all across the spectrum. Like, do they have air filters, fuel filters, oil? What all do they like? Could I
So,
change my
yeah,
truck to an Amsoil truck? I mean, like completely
yeah,
change it over. So
yeah.
what do they offer?
So, of course, the oil and filters. So, Amsoil has contracts with Wix, and if you like Wix filters, you can get Wix filters direct from Amsoil at a little bit better price than you can from the local store. But you will see oil filters with the Amsoil brand name on them. Of course, Amsoil does not build their own oil filters. They teamed up with Donaldson about 15 years ago, and all the other companies, actually, Mobil tried to team up with Donaldson. There's another company out there that you've probably heard of, Royal Purple. They're another big name synthetic. They have tried, and Donaldson has so much faith in Amsoil that they stayed with Amsoil for 15 years now, and they make a filter called a Plus P. So when you buy the Amsoil filter, it's 97% efficient at 5 microns. So that's tech babble, I know. It just means it filters way more and way finer than standard ordinary filters do, even the Wix Gold. So you can get the oil, you can get the air filter, you can get the fuel filter, and you can get, I think I said air filter. Did I say air filter?
Yeah, you
But
said it. Yeah.
you should run a cold air intake on there anyway. But
It has some kind of cold air intake that was on it when I got it. I actually, this was before I knew you. It has an odd size, but it takes the what is the famous cold air filter? Everybody buys.
please tell me it's not K&N.
Well, it's not a K&N setup, but the where I get my oil change and the air filter, they couldn't find the what went in the box, and I need to go out there and look at it. But anyway, the guys at Advance helped me, and they found a K&N that fit in it. So that's what is in it right now. But that's not the system. It is
So
a K&N filter that's actually fit in it.
just a heads up, there's a sign on the counter at the Dodge dealers in up here that says if you're running a K&N air filter with a Cummins engine, they will swab your intake, and if they find silica in there, your warranty is history.
Yeah, their warranty's no good anyway, I can tell you. Yeah. Never mind. Let's just get off that subject.
Yeah, so everything, Gary. And then your transmission oils, your differential oils, everything. So you can, and power steering fluid, you can actually buy non-environmentally friendly coolant. You guys have probably heard of polypropylene coolant. Yeah. It's actually non-toxic. It's food grade. I'm not a fan. And the reason I'm not a fan is you can't stick your ball in there and suck it up and see what the boiling point and the cooling point is. You have little test strips that you use. You dip test strips in, like if you have a hot tub or something. It's a pain in the neck. And yes, it's environmentally friendly, and it's, but ethylene glycol is really the only way to go. And then you can add the additives because there's fuel additives, both gas and diesel. And then there's if you want to, what I do, because I tow so heavy, being a triple tower, so I pull 2 trailers with mine, is it's a solution called water wetting, and you pour it in your radiator, and what it does is if you're cooking and you watch your pot on the stove and you got water in there, and on the bottom you see the bubbles starting to form before it starts to boil. Well, everywhere there's a bubble, there's no water making contact with the surface of the pot. And the exact same thing happens in your engine block. As it's heating up and you're working it real hard, those bubbles start to form. So your engine temperature goes on a curve. If you're ever pulling hard and you watch, it'll start heating up, and then all of a sudden it'll just go exponentially hotter. And the reason for that is you're losing more and more contact between the fluid and the engine block. So this solution is a surfactant, basically, and that keeps contact, and it doesn't allow those bubbles to form. So you just have no issues with overheat. And
you run cooler.
Yeah, and it runs cooler. Also warms up faster in the morning because of the maintains contact. So yeah, it's pretty neat stuff, and it's cheap. So I run 3 bottles of that, and then it's good for life. You don't have to add it again. So until you decide to do a coolant flush on your vehicle, but yeah. So I don't want to get too technical and have everybody going, "Oh God, what's he talking about?"
Yeah.
But so it's ultimate protection.
So so if I went with the best oil for my truck, so basically I call it the once a year oil, which I do about 30,000 if we're working. I won't do that this year because we missed about a third of our year. But
you'd running the signature series if you only want to do one.
Yeah, that's what I'd want to do. So let me ask you this. So say I run the signature series, but say my truck sits a lot, say this winter, and I don't get to use it. Is it still based on hours, or do I still need to change it once a year no matter?
Okay, so here's my rule of thumb. I'm not gonna give you the oil industry, the sales pitch on it. I'm gonna give you the heavy duty mechanic version of this. So if you have 27,000 miles on it, so you're already just over, and that's one of the things with Amsoil. I don't want to start a bad habit here, but it's so over engineered that if your oil change interval, let's just use an easy number like 10,000, and you go 13, 14,000, and then you have time to change your oil. So like KT, for example, he's out pulling, he hits his oil change right in the middle of a whole rounder. So he's got to get to destination, he's got to unload, he's got to reload, and he's got to get back, and then he's going to have time to do an oil change. So he's going to put another 2,000 miles on there. You don't need to worry about that with Amsoil. Like I said, it's so over-engineered that it just, it's not going to hurt anything. You're not doing any extra wear. It can take that. And that's where the OE is nice too. If you're just a standard user, you want it for your Volkswagen at home. Your oil change interval is 6,000 miles, probably in a Volkswagen. I'm having to convert a lot in my head here because everything's kilometers up here. We're 8,000 kilometers or 5,000 miles. So you can run it over the OE. If your car says 5,000 miles and you do it at 6,500, it's not a big deal. With dyno oil, it certainly is. So so that's where I mean it just gets a little expensive, but the interval takes it so it's actually cheaper than the cheap oils. So and it's less labor, like Gary said, if you don't want to be changing your oil all the time, or even if you buy the oil and it's cheaper that way, and if you don't change it yourself, you probably got to pay a garage or someone else $20 or $30 or whatever to do it, and that all adds up, right? So the less times you have to do it, the better.
So quick question here. I'm going to swap from oil to fuel.
Mm-hmm.
So Amsoil sells fuel filters.
Yeah.
So there's the fuel filters. Tell us about fuel filters and how they compare versus the standard fuel filters.
So all filtration is basically what you want is how much stuff you're taking out of what you're filtering. And then filters are rated on efficiency. So kind of think of it as like your masks that you're wearing right now. So if you're wearing a true N95 mask for this, or you're wearing, say, a dusk mask for doing drywall. They look the same. They seem to work the same. They fit your face the same. But the thing is, so the N95 is a NIOSH rating for the efficiency of and size, or P100, let's say, down to 100 microns. It's how efficient that is. So your fuel is critical in diesel engines. So they have to breathe and they have to drink good fluids. So the cleaner your oil is, and by clean oil, I mean it should look black. People that pull their dipstick and say, "Oh, look how clean my oil is still." Man, are you wrecking your engine? Oil is designed to encapsulate contamination and provide lubrication at the same time. So if you put your oil in your engine, like when you switch to Amsoil, that will be black within hours.
Yeah,
putting it in, you think, "Oh, what? This garbage oil is already dirty." No, it's cleaning your engine. And same with the fuel filters. So the fuel filter, if you run dirty fuel into injectors in a diesel engine, especially the modern diesels, you're looking at almost $6,000 to have your injectors replaced. Cummins are pretty good. Ford Power Stroke. Their tolerances are tighter, so if you're running a Ford engine, you may have to do injectors at a couple $100,000. You know, KT will be getting in that ballpark before too long, and you know, I would actually, if he hasn't done anything to his truck, he'd be something that would be a testament to this. So you're talking about fuel. So clean fuel filter, and they're very efficient. Oh, look what Gary got, a box.
We got a new sponsor I'm going to tell y'all about, and this is part of it. Thanks to, hey, can you bring me a cup of coffee? When you get, hey, here.
He's not going to bring you coffee.
He just got back from the vet. So, but
I
yeah.
thought that was the UPS man. I thought, what's he doing in your house?
This, y'all can't see it, but this big old box is from our new sponsor, and I'm trying to figure out how I'm going to tell everybody. I wanted to do an unboxing, but that might take a whole show.
I was just reading Uncle Lisa's comment. That's pretty funny. He's behaving. It's my fault, is it? Yes, I made shepherd's pie. So
shepherd's pie. I missed the shepherd's pie.
Actually, that video only went out yesterday, so you didn't miss it really. Just dropped. Yep. So that was one of the ones in the kitty actually for videos when I was we made that, and then I got sick and stuff, so I didn't get it made until yesterday. So yeah, shepherd's pie. No, cottage pie. Don't get caught in that trap. If it's made out of lamb, it's shepherd's pie. If it's made out of beef, it's cottage pie. So but everybody just calls it shepherd's pie, so I had to do a little B-roll on that. It took some flack.
So if people in the chat are like me, how would we go about because mine still likes a few thousand miles being ready. I may change it over while we're slow anyway. Go ahead and get it done. But how would we all go about ordering Amsoil for our rig?
So there's a couple things you can do. You can either just get a hold of me directly through my email, probably be the easiest, or however you want to get a hold of me. Okay. And there's also a program. It's a preferred client program, preferred customer. And I don't remember what it costs in the US. It's like $18 a year or $15 a year. And it kind of gives you an account, and what you can do there is you can order your own. So you just go on to amsoil.com, and you have to have an account to be able to log in there and purchase. You can go on the website and see all the stuff they have. So if you want to go into www.amsoil.com, you can see everything that's available. You can look up your vehicle, and when you punch in, it's got a really easy drop down. You can look at your vehicle, and it'll show you everything that's available for your vehicle. It'll show you how much it needs of which thing. It tells you what the torque is on your drain plugs. It tells you everything. And but you can't buy until you have an account or a dealer orders it for you. So you can get the preferred customer, and then you can buy it at dealer cost through that. So you get it way cheaper than when you go to the store that sells it, or Napa or whoever. A couple $2-3 a quart cheaper. It's significant.
So if we do run out of it, it is sold in some of the bigger parts stores?
It is. And I'll clarify one thing with Amsoil. There used to be a lot of myths about synthetic oils. If you have Amsoil in your truck and you're on the road and something happens, and you lose some oil, or you get a rock in the oil filter, or something crazy happens, you can go and grab anything, absolutely anything. 1540 is what's in your diesel, or 540. You can run into Walmart and you can grab that $2 bottle of Walmart oil, and you can pour that in there with no negative effects. It is compatible with every oil on the market. So once you do that, you don't have the engine protection warranty that you get with Amsoil till you change it out again. But in an emergency, you can pour it in there, no issues. There is no longer a break-in period with engines with Amsoil. If you buy a brand spanking new car today, you can take it home, drain the oil out of it with 2 miles on that car, and put Amsoil in it, and it will not burn oil and leak oil and consume oil. That's a myth. That is a 100% wives' tale. So a lot of new vehicles come with synthetic oil right off the line. So
Yeah, I think I don't know if all of our vehicles, but about all of our vehicles have synthetic. That's all I run in ours, so synthetic.
yeah, it just makes sense.
That's about all the shops use anymore, synthetic. About all the bigger shops, that's all they use is synthetic.
Unless you see the Boss stuff, you see the big Boss sign. That's bad business. That is the worst garbage in the world.
What is that?
It's called Boss Fluids, BOSS.
I don't guess I've ever heard of that.
Oh, yeah, you see a lot of grad. You pull in the oil change place, there's a big Boss sticker on the totes and stuff. And yeah, that's for maximum profit by the garage. And yeah, it's brutal. But yeah, I don't disparage anybody running. If you're running any synthetic, you're taking good care of your vehicle.
Yeah,
you have to be careful. You go and you look at so Gary, say you go down to the Farm Mart and you get a bottle of I'm gonna be careful here so I don't get myself sued. Say it's they make Rotella, if you know who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And you'll see the new synthetic oils, and how come they're not near as expensive? Well, the thing is, there's a new law by the ASME engineers that says if you refine enough sulfur out of dyno oil, so your crude oil type oil, you can get a label on your jug that says synthetic, and it's not synthetic. I just, maybe just to wrap it up, the tech talks are not boring everybody to death here, but here's the difference between synthetic oil and real oil in a nutshell in 30 seconds. If you go into your back alley and you look at the alley or a gravel road, the gravel road, that's regular oil. That's the molecules in regular oil. And put a piece of plywood on there and give someone to stand on it and hold a rope, and you try and pull them. It's really, really hard, and there's damage being done to that wood underneath. Now, if you go and you take your garage floor and you cover it in marbles, that is synthetic oil. Every molecule of synthetic oil is exactly the same size. And you put that same piece of plywood on that floor covered in marbles, and you can pull that guy along like nobody's business. And that's the base of synthetic oil. That's what you're really talking about. It's not that everything in it is artificial. It's the same packages for wear and viscosity that are in any oil. But it's the base oil itself being a synthetic polymer. And so if you see the letters PAO on oil, that is PAO synthetic oil. That is true synthetic, and that's what Amsoil is, and that's why it's expensive, is because it's difficult to make that. And it's you could call it perfection in a bottle on a molecular level. So that's why the wear cuts down by 90%, because all those perfectly little round molecules are keeping that perfect wedge between your metals, being your bearings and your crankshaft and the walls of your cylinder. So
if we register to buy it direct, does that allow us to help our friends be able to do the same thing? Does that basically make us a representative?
No.
So what's required there?
So then you have to become a dealer. And so in Canada, it's like $50 a year. Again, it's not expensive. So I think the US, it's 40, maybe. I honestly don't know. But I would just sign you up, and it's not a pyramid thing. It's not how it works.
Right.
It's not what this company is. It's not, if some people saw the word Amsoil and thought, oh, it's like Amway. No, Amsoil, the guy's last name was Amuziato. And so Amsoil is the first part of Amuziato is all it is. The founder of the company, who was an American fighter pilot, by the way. And he thought that's how the company started. He says, like, these jet engines in our U.S. fighter craft have to have some kind of protection to run, the power and the RPM that they do. What is it all about? And that's how he decided, well, why should a car get any less protection than a jet engine? And that's how Amsoil started, because of U.S. fighter jets. So it is a veteran-owned family-owned company. So if you want to become a dealer, you can do that. I would have to sign you up. And then they send you a package, and it's got some books in there. There's some things that we will get into. Maybe you can get higher levels of education. with it, so that you actually know what you're selling. And it's just a program, and it's again really cheap, and they give you a binder, and you have to take an exam and stuff if you want to get to that level of dealership, and you don't have to. So Gary, if you want to buy oil and you say, hey, you know what, I'd like to be able to help my friends out, then you can become a dealer. I would be your mentor. So if you have questions and problems, you can refer people to me, or you can call me up anytime and say, hey, Brad, this guy's got this vehicle. I'm not 100% sure what a Terex earth mover uses in its planetary drives. So then we would talk about that, and you could help your customer out. So, and then you get it at dealer cost, and then you can sell at cost if you want to your friends to help them out, and you get a little commission from Amsoil, or you can mark it up a little bit and get yourself in between the price of a retail store and cost. So you can still save them some money and make yourself some money.
Yeah.
It's not a get rich thing.
Right.
I
thought it might be a great thing to offer in the RV community, just like you were doing with us. I thought it might be a great thing to offer.
And it would be handy
with all of our channels. You know, if we all had that and we could offer it, you know, that'd be great.
Yeah. Well, sure. I mean, we can set you up, and if anybody has a business, we can set you up with a commercial account for free. And there's no obligation. There's never an obligation with Amsoil. If you are a dealer, you don't have to stock the stuff. The warehouses are all over the country, and it's usually within 1 to 2 days. It's on their doorstep at home. They don't even have to come pick it up from you, or you don't have to deliver it. It goes right to their house. And then if you're a retailer and you have a garage and you want to sell it, you can do it that way. That account is also free. So the only deals with the commercial account. So Gary, you qualify for a commercial account because you own a business. So I'm going to write off for you. Amsoil provides you with the tax exemption forms and stuff, but you're not allowed to sell it. So it's for your consumption. So for the $50 a year or $40 a year, whatever it is, you're a full-fledged dealer, and you can get yourself an Amsoil shirt and a pen, and you can go out and you can sell this to people that, like you say, in the RV community, your friends. And even if you don't mark it up, and like I said, I would sell it to everybody here, all our RV friends, for cost. I don't need to make money off you. You'll still make enough money to pay for your oil changes for free. You know what I mean? So you can get it. That's be a bonus of you getting it. So now, I mean, after 18, 19 years now, I have a huge client base, and I get people phoning me all the time, and even truck fleets, they don't want to be bothered with having to look everything up and order it. So I'll just get a text from, one of the big oil field truck companies saying, hey, and they buy it by the drum, and it also comes in totes, right? So they order like 5 drums of this and all these filters, and I already have their credit information and stuff. And so it's pretty easy. You're helping people out. But I want to pick somebody that has high miles, and the only one I could think of was KT. And what I want to do is just show everybody something. I want to send Keith at KT 1 bottle of injector cleaner, and so I did this at work with a guy. He only had 30,000 kilometers, so that's 18,000 miles on his Dodge Cummins truck. And I said, I want you to try this. And because he was so skeptical, and he's like, oh, it's snake oil. And I said, okay, if this doesn't make a difference, I mean, you got it for free, no harm, no foul. And 2 weeks later, the guy came back on shift, and he said, what was that? And I said, just injector cleaner. And he said, like, how could this low of a mileage of vehicle possibly have that much problems? And I said, what do you mean? And he said, we put that in when I fueled up. And he said, we started heading out to the lake. And he said, the difference in my truck in about 10 minutes on the highway was unbelievable. I said, that's the problem. So your fuel is always fouling your injectors, and all those little tiny micro tips that atomize the fuel into a mist so that it can explode under compression start to plug off, both from the fuel and from the carbon building up inside the combustion chamber. And it cleans that right out, and it gives you new performance again. So, I mean, if you've got 700,000 on and it's worn out. It's not going to miracle that. But to maintain the performance in your newer vehicles, You'd be surprised. So I wanted to find somebody, you know, and Gary, you know, if you were using yours more, he would.
Yeah, KT would be the best one. I think he said he had about 140 on his truck.
So
Yeah,
I would absolutely guarantee my reputation on this, that if I send him a bottle of that injector cleaner and he runs that through his truck on a fuel tank of fuel, he is going to absolutely notice a difference in his mileage and his power.
Yeah, KT probably buys enough that he would be a great representative because he runs 2 trucks.
Yeah,
him and BJ, and they would be a great. They really need to be hooking up, and they may already run Amsoil. I don't know.
I don't know. I've never asked him, but yeah. So, and then if I ever make it to 500 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away full oil change for whatever you got. So
wow, that's
yeah,
awesome.
When I hit 500, I'll just roll it through the thing, and I'll pick at random.
Yeah.
Through a computer generator, so I'm not biased, and whoever that is, whatever you want to, unless it's a Freightliner or a Kenworth. So if New Vision happens to get picked, I'm not going to do his Freightliner, but I'll do his pickup truck. If you have a car, a pickup, or you want oil for your boat motor, ATV, your chainsaw, we have bar oil. I mean, just go on Amsoil.com and just see all the things that they offer. It's pretty cool.
So how much is it per quart for the good oil for my truck?
I knew you were going to ask me that, and it's offline right now. I don't. It says they're doing maintenance.
Okay.
So in the point of sale system. So I think they're understaffed like everybody, but
yeah.
But actually, right now, so I had a guy order for his. He's just getting his Corvette out of storage from winter, and so he ordered everything, and I ordered that on Monday, and Tuesday afternoon it was on his doorstep. So distribution's still working fast. So.
Yeah, Corey, Amsoil sells all kind of stuff. Corey asked Amsoil injector cleaner. Yeah, that's what he was talking about.
So there's several. So gasoline engines, there's one. It's called PI. And again, it's actually impressive too. Our new car, I can't believe that it makes a difference so quickly. That it doesn't take so many miles when you gradually are losing that performance so slow you don't notice it, and then you get it back. Yeah, it's kind of surprising. But for the diesel engines, there's a lot of differences. So there's an all-in-one. It's called. So it's got cetane boosters. So cetane is the diesel version of octane. So if you're putting octane booster in your performance vehicle, cetane increase in a diesel engine gives you more power too. So you can get it all together. You can get them all separately. A cold flow improver. So if you get spring and fall, they're doing that transition between spring fuel or summer fuel and winter fuel. You can guarantee you don't gel up your fuel. And so and then and the full injector cleaner. So I usually run all in one at certain times of the year, so I don't have to mess with my fuel. And then 2 times a summer only twice a summer, I put in the injector cleaner. And that's all it takes. And as soon as I fill my slip tank up, I fuel mine a little different. So I have a fuel on the fly system that I built. So I have 100 US gallon slip tank in the back of my truck. That's an L tank, so my fifth wheel doesn't hit it. And I have a pump that pumps that. So it goes through that filter into my main tank, and from my main tank, a fast fuel system pumps it up to my engine. So I actually filter my fuel 3 times in my truck. But that's personal preference, and this is the way I built it. And my engine in my truck I built it myself, and it's way more performance than what it came out.
So we got a question right there. This is Corey.
So all I would do, Corey. Oh, Corey. Hey, yeah, I saw you yesterday on here. I'll watch his cooking videos too.
He's the Blackstone guru.
Yeah, I sure do. So which product is best to run in my fuel? So
he was the one that, asking about.
I would just so if it's not a temperature issue, just start with the basic injector cleaner. It's probably all you need. And 178,000. If you've never run injector cleaner before, you might want to do it 2 tanks in a row. But you're talking a bottle of fluid that So if you're just running a stock tank, you should be able to get almost 3 full tanks out of one $11 bottle of injector cleaner. So it's not expensive.
And you can order it directly from Brad. He can hook you up.
Yeah. I think that my website or my email. You know what? I'm gonna have to do this really sketchy old school. I think my email is on my website or on my on my channel. Can you look, Gary?
Yeah.
I can't remember if I'm pretty sure it is. But yeah, to answer his question, just the injector cleaner first. There's no real reason. There's no benefit to the performance to clean up to use cold flow or the cetane booster.
No, it's not on your about.
Okay.
You need to fix that.
I do need to fix it. I'm still a noob, kind of. You know, I haven't been at this for a few months. So
we can. Michael at Our Epic RV Adventure, or somebody on here, Roy might can talk you through it. Somebody showed me how to fix it, so
yeah,
I have to fix mine.
Well, I can tell you what. For now,
if you'll tell the moderators, they can put it in for you.
Okay. So best one for me.
Corey said he usually runs diesel clean through it. KLEEN.
Yeah, I'm familiar with that product. You bet. Okay, so it's Alberta Synthetic. I'll spell that out.
So I'm going to do what was suggested on the new sponsor we have. I'll either do a video or I will do a drop-in live. So you see that? Can the moderators type that? Alberta Synthetic at Gmail. Let me go over here. Hang on.
Yeah, the Diesel Clean is an okay product. You will notice another difference. You will notice a difference. But Diesel Clean is a good product. It's just not as aggressive cleaner as this is.
Is that it? Look on the stream and see if I done it right.
You have an email.
Yep, that's it. albertasynthetic@gmail.com. So anybody can contact me anytime, even if they just want information. Don't feel like you have to buy just because you ask me a question. No pressure, and up to you what you want to run through your vehicle and how you want to look after it. So
thanks, Eddie.
And you know what? And we do own a diesel performance company too. Strictly parts sales. Our garage end isn't running. But if anybody has questions about their diesel too, if they're having issues or weird noises or anything they're finding wrong with their diesels, old, new, doesn't matter. Feel free to drop me a line. Happy to help.
Son, call you and tell you that my motor's going like, and you'll be able to tell me what's going on.
Yeah, that's your ICP valve, actually. But it's always happy to help. So don't feel like if you email me, he's going to try and sell me something, because no.
I actually have his WhatsApp if you actually need to talk to him.
Yeah.
And,
you can share that out with people.
So all you have to do is email me, and I don't want to share it like public because there may be people in here that don't need it. But
that's right.
You just email me. I will give you his WhatsApp if I can figure all that out, because he had to hook me up on it. So and that way you can call and talk to him, and it's free to call it. He's in Canada, so
Yeah, so if it's on WhatsApp, and you can either live chat or you can just text, and that's free. Not if you direct text.
That's what you was talking about yesterday, Gary, right?
Yeah. And
I got to get Jerry hooked up on that too. So
so I see you saying a lot of people bash the 6.4 Power Stroke, but the power. So actually, Ford nicknamed that their Corvette diesel. The 6.4 it's an energetic vehicle. It has head and stud problems the same as the 6-liter did. and it does have compound turbo issues. But you know what? That usually comes with tuning. If you're running it stock, they're awesome. The 6-liter, you know, that was the nightmare Ford engine. If you had a 6-liter, you knew that you were blowing head gaskets. But if you've got $4,000 to spend on a 6-liter, it'll blow the doors off the new 6.7s. It's an impressive engine if you do a little bit of work to it, which we stuck in the bring
because my diesel, of course, I didn't have all the, you know, it was a few years back when I had it, and it's still blue, black smoke and stuff.
Yeah.
But what is it? All the guys I know that have diesels, they can't wait till they get a certain mileage.
Okay, little fish. Go ahead.
What's deletes mean?
Sorry, I didn't catch that, Gary. It cut out for a second.
Oh, a lot of the guys that I know that have the Power Stroke diesel now and stuff, they get to a certain mileage and then they do the deletes.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean for the diesels?
So deleting, it takes two things. It takes some removal of equipment. So if you have the particulate filter, that has to come off and just a straight piece of pipe put in its place. And it also requires some programming. So that programs your ECM to think that stuff's still there, the emission control. So the diesel particulate filter gets ignored and the diesel exhaust fluid injection system gets ignored. And that is illegal in the US. You guys cannot delete anymore. We still can in Canada. We don't have emissions laws.
It's still done in the US.
Yeah. But if you have to go for emissions testing, you're hooped. You're going to get busted. So, but you know, it does it. Then you don't regen anymore. So you actually, when you delete a diesel engine, you get way better mileage. It's impressive how much better mileage you get. So like Northwoods was saying, his 6.4, we deleted my friend's 6.4, and that truck, the best it ever got was about 13 to 14 miles to the gallon. And after we deleted it, he was getting 21 to 22. So, I mean, that's still not huge mileage, but it's really good for a Power Stroke 1-ton dually. And yeah, but so deleting, I mean, yeah, you're
a lot of our states don't have inspections. And
no,
that's where we get, like Alabama, we don't have vehicle inspections.
But I'll tell you right now, the tuner that's required to delete it is about $1,200.
Oh yeah, I don't like deleting vehicles because I'm a quote stock guy. I won't buy a vehicle that's been deleted, and I would really have to know the person I bought it from because of the negative that surrounds deleting them. You know what I'm saying? A lot of young guys delete them for the power, and what does that mean? They're hot rodding them. I don't want a truck that's been hot rodded. I will not buy one that's been deleted.
And it's probably hurt. And that's a very good, that's just, they want to pour black smoke and they want to be able to bake the tires front and back, 4-wheel drive burnouts. And they go to dyno days and see if they can pull 600 on the dyno. You're getting a hurt engine for sure. Yeah.
I use a truck like a truck is made to be used. I pull my camper with it. I pull our trailers for our business. I don't abuse a truck. I don't need a truck to be chipped. I don't need a truck to be deleted. The only reason that to me is a good reason to delete one is because the emission stuff is killing the truck. I agree with that.
It's hard on the engine and it's hard on the
you don't need any more horsepower than a stock truck comes. Do what now?
You and I will be at odds on that.
Well, I'm just saying that to me, a stock truck comes with enough power to do all you need to do.
Yeah, nowadays especially, they're a lot better. So I don't know if anybody noticed on my video I did about hitches. My truck is a 2000 F350, and Brutus looks like better than showroom. I've had the truck.
I was my daddy. I've seen it.
Yeah, my buddy had it from new, and I bought it at 120,000 kilometers, so 70,000 miles. And I have almost 500,000 on it now. I put a new engine in that I built at 468,000. And there is not a stock thing in that truck. The crankshaft and the block are the only thing that are original Ford parts, or international parts. But we own the Diesel Performance Company. And so I wanted to build an engine and a truck that we run what we sell. And that way, if you want to know, like, how does that fast fuel system work? Well, here it is. It's on the truck, and this is how it works. And also I triple tow, and the 7.3s didn't have the power that the new trucks have. So maybe I'll do a video on that sometime, and all the toys that are in that truck that make it go faster and pull harder and pull cooler. And I've got tandem cooling system that I built for the transmission. Great company in the States built my transmission. And and I've got methanol water injection, and I've got it's called a Hydra programmer in it with all custom tunes, not over the counter, because it's not a stock engine. You can't buy a stock programmer and expect to get the performance. So it probably won't interest a lot of the people that aren't into engines or doing stuff, but that truck will not stop spinning its duals on dry pavement unless I let off. So, and yet it's got the beautiful manners to tow my fifth wheel all day long on the highway like a dream. Like it's amazing what you can do with diesel engines.
But Northwood just said deleting your truck gets rid of 90% of the issues that diesels have.
Yeah, true story.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a wide open, gotta run, and except for this truck, all the trucks I've ever had has had plenty of power. I like my Ram. It had nowhere near the power my Chevrolet had, but it's two different motors. It's two different transmissions. It's geared different.
Yeah.
The Ram to me is not set up as good for pulling because it is made for fuel mileage. It's made for when you level out to get the fuel mileage. Chevrolet that I've owned have been more for pulling. Like if I hit a mountain, they'll just go. The Ram, it goes, but you sort of have to tell it what to do. You got to make sure you're in tow mode, and you got to, it's got to shift at a certain, or you have to manually shift it. And I don't know. I love my Ram. I love a lot of things about it, but they're different. They're set up different. It's a different setup.
Two different
Brad
trucks.
set his truck up like he wants, and that makes it better.
So I guess the only thing we would need to say about that is if we went on a little trip together, I would have the slot dogs ready on my Blackstone by the time you pulled in to dock your trailer.
Yeah. But it's different though too, and I think this is with a lot of people. You're able to do that to your truck. So if you do something to it, you know every detail about it, and you can make it right. Us guys out here, we're having to pay somebody, and we're having to trust that they do it right.
That's right. Yeah, and that's not easy. There's a lot of parts pushers that just want to sell you a chip and well, can you put it in? Yeah, and they really don't know what they're doing. All they know is that the instruction book says plug it into the ODP2 port, and and I've seen guys come to me and they don't understand how come they can't get the EGTs. Exhaust gas temperatures, and they don't think their chip is working, but now their engines doesn't sound right. And I find out they put the temperature probe in the exhaust pipe right after the turbo, like on a semi. That's where they are in a semi. So when you're talking exhaust temps, pistons melt at 1400 degrees. Never an issue in your stock vehicle. But I'll tell you right now, I've hit 1600 in my truck plenty of times just for a second. But I have ceramic coated pistons, so my engine will take that. But you're supposed to put that exhaust probe into the port. So in your exhaust manifold, you drill it in so it's actually going right into the port to the engine. You want to know what the combustion temperature is there. If you put a chip in your truck, in your diesel engine, and it's 20 horsepower more than stock, you will have EGT issues, and you need to have an EGT gauge, or you're gonna harm your engine. So
Nurse in our travel bug had the same problem I did. They had a 13. I had 2012. I done the same thing. Nursing our travel bug. That's why I did not get another GM product.
Yeah. So they have
I'll bring it up.
Michael just came in. He wants us to just go ahead and start all over again. He missed it. So can you go back to the welcoming there?
Yeah. Hey, Michael, I will throw this out here.
Redo the show. Yeah.
You can ask Shelly, get her opinion. But last night, I was called a lot of names after I shaved. And one of those names was Michael off our Epic RV.
It sure was.
I don't see it.
I'm trying to remember who said that, but I don't see it either. I know as soon as she shaved, it was like, man, with that hat on, you look like Radar off of MASH.
Oh, Radar O'Reilly.
I see that as a
Don't it?
compliment. I'm a big
That is a
radar.
compliment. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a compliment.
And I'm a
You
ham radio guy. Radar was a radio guy. So
You give everybody nicknames, so that's gonna be yours now. We're just gonna call you Radar.
that when I was in the Boy Scouts, that's what they called me, Radar.
Was it really?
Yeah.
So little known fact, Gary, there's me when I go to Arizona. Sporting my goatee. So as soon as I get off on holidays, I stop shaving, and in 4 days I can grow a nice goatee.
So they won't let you have a beard and mustache?
No. I'm in a oil industry.
You're a white shirt.
No, I'm not actually. So
That's
yeah,
what we called them when I was
you have to be able to wear respirators, and if you're
it won't seal.
there, it won't seal, and you're going to die. So
When I was a medic, we called all the bosses white shirts. I bet Jury's got a white shirt.
Yeah.
I
And
never
white
got a
shirt on-
white shirt.
so
And
I
the white shirt on me just don't work out very well.
baby, from
We had
Al,
red shirts, but we didn't have. Unless we were a boss, we
in
didn't.
my industry, it's a white hat. My skid lid is white, so I'm one of the white hats. Yeah.
Uncle Lisa, I seen your chat there. I'll check that in a little bit, and I'll
Alabama.
send you a text. Do what?
As we say, it's Babyface from Alabama.
That's what Uncle Lisa. Uncle Lisa's a nut.
It's funny.
Yeah. Michael says he can see the radar. I know what it is. He don't want to claim me as looking like him. I don't think we look anything alike, but I will tell you this. The beard and mustache is coming back as soon as it can.
Can you put Farm Oki's comment up there, Gary? So, yes, absolutely. And you know what? We all know a lady that's really good, and it's
I do.
Gina, her van life. I talked
You
to her.
helped her out a little bit, didn't you?
Well, I did talk to her on the phone, and I was, I will never say that I'm impressed by a woman's knowledge of vehicles. You know what? Some of my mentors in the performance world are female. I love it. I watch All Girls Garage and Bogey. She's on YouTube lots too. She's really big on women's getting into the trade, and there are some amazing female mechanics. I don't even look at gender when we talk mechanics. So yeah, Gina, I think she was a truck driver, and but yeah, I mean, absolutely. When I was talking to her, I didn't have to, say anything in layman's terms. She knew what I was talking about. And
we're going to bring Michael wanted to come up for a minute. We're going to bring him up, see what he's got to stir up the pot with.
Sure.
This adventure family, thoughts on StreamYard platform? Looking for all right. StreamYard, you can't do on your phone.
No.
Prism, PRISM, Prism.
StreamYard, you can only join with your phone, right?
Yeah, StreamYard, you can join. So, like, if I invited you to come up on the screen, oh, Michael, I posted the link. There you go. You ready, Michael? So, on StreamYard, on Prism, you can do live stream from your phone before you get 1,000 subscribers. You can't have a panel, though. You can only do single people. StreamYard, you can come up on a panel, but you can't start a live stream from StreamYard on your phone. All right.
But there's a way around that.
Michael says there's a way around it. All right.
That's not what I wanted to come up here for, but I'll say it real quick. If you want to do StreamYard from your phone, you can, but you've got to start it on a computer. And then you just bring yourself up as a guest full screen. I did that a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, there's an idea.
because I had a laptop with a crappy built-in webcam, and I didn't, and so I wanted to use my phone to have a better video. So I just brought myself up as a guest once I started it on. So I never brought myself up in StreamYard from my computer. I just kept it down here in the green room. Then I brought my phone up full screen. So you can do it on a phone, but it has to start on a computer. That's the problem.
Yeah, I think Amy did that. Now that I think about it, I think Amy did that the other night on her live stream.
Yeah. This isn't a beard, Uncle Lisa. This is like 1 day growth. What are you talking about?
Yeah, same here. Yeah. Here, let's.
It's getting there. It's getting there. But
1 day.
Yeah, this is 1 day. This is what happens when you're a man. You grow fat. You grow a beard fat. You grow a beard fast on your face.
I shaved last night. Look.
Well, I got you up here before you asked the question you wanted to ask. I asked this last night, and so what's the deal when you get? So there's a channel that I follow, and they made a comment on my shepherd's pie video, and I can see it in my mail, like in my notifications on there when you click on the envelope.
Mm-hmm.
And yet when I click on it and go into the actual comments of the video, it's not there. And I click on them and it won't let me go to them. So I went to their channel. I went on there, I actually commented on their latest one while I was there. And then I unsubscribed and resubscribed because I thought maybe that was it. But I see that every once in a while. Someone will comment to one of my videos and it won't actually show up in the comments, only in your notifications.
Done that with Steve Turtle and me.
Look in YouTube Studio, because it might be, even though you saw the comment, it might have gone to spam in YouTube. So if you look in YouTube Studio and click on comments, there's a spam. There's published, or I can't remember. There's 3 different categories, but one of them is, and we lost Gary. And there he is back. So they may be there.
Side by side. They wanted to see it side by side. Hang on.
Oh, you're trying to do a side by side? I can kind of see it. We're cousins. We're from the South, aren't we all cousins? So,
Yeah.
So it's in YouTube Studio under what?
Click on comments on the left-hand side.
Yep.
And then you'll see it's got published, held for review, or likely spam.
Okay.
It might be under one of those. That's just a guess.
I didn't want to open it. I'll start echoing. So.
Yeah, that's just a
I'll
guess.
do that right after. Just wrote that down. So yeah, that'd be good. That like that. Yeah.
So
what new, Michael?
It's really nothing new. It's just I wanted to throw this out there. Yesterday I found some video I shot 7 years ago when I was in Hawaii, and I just uploaded it today.
Wow.
So go check it out, because I'm flying a glider.
Are you really?
I'm not riding in a glider. I'm flying a glider. I got the stick, man. I had the stick over the Pacific Ocean and the North Shore. It's only like 9 minutes long, and the audio is pretty crappy, and the resolution's not high because it's 7 years old, and I did it from a little point and shoot camera.
Are you a glider pilot, or were you on a lesson?
No, lesson number 1.
Oh, nice.
and in 7 years, I'm still stuck on lesson number 1. But it was a lot of fun, and
Did
that
you
was
lose
all.
a bet or something?
No, it was something I've always wanted to do. When I growing up on the coast, I used to work on a shrimp boat in South Carolina in the summertime, and so I drive back and forth between North and South Carolina all the time. And there's this place, it used to be in North Myrtle Beach, that did glider rides. I was like, man, I want to do that one day. I want to do that one day. And finally, when I got around to actually trying to do it, they were out of business.
Oh no!
So I had to wait. 25 years to finally do something I've been wanting to do since a teenager. But it was cool.
I've always wanted to work on a shrimping boat.
Well,
Shrimping boat.
You know what? You can actually do that in Mississippi, in Biloxi. There's a charter shrimp boat. So it's a charter boat, but it's a regular shrimp boat. So you can get on the shrimp boat.
You're free labor is what you are.
Yeah. No.
No, you're paid.
You're paid. You're paying to be labor. So it's better than free labor. It's better than free labor. I've never done it before because I did it enough.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's hard work, but it's a lot of fun. So if you want to go over to my channel and check out that video because I got a couple of I added a couple of quick stories about that trip in. It's kind of funny.
Cool.
Watch that.
But I just thought I just wanted to share that. I'm not just trying to plug my channel, but that's
I'm just trying to plug your.
I'm just trying to plug my
Plugging
channel.
your
Hey,
That's
grow. Let's grow together.
Yeah,
You get that from
Meatloaf.
here.
Sharing is caring.
That's right.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to just to let everybody know, Michael come in late. I got a big gigantic box here that's real heavy that my big grown son toted in here. It's
Oh.
massive.
What's
This is
in
a
it?
brand new sponsor that we've got,
Oh.
and they sent us this gift. So I want to video that today, and I want to play it tomorrow. So if I put it up on YouTube, do I make it private or unlisted, and then so I can share it with everybody tomorrow with a link? How will I do that?
Well, whenever you upload a video to YouTube, I always recommend you upload it as private to begin with, and then you change it from there. Now, if you make it unlisted, then people can see it if they have the actual link to that video, or this is really important. If you added it to a playlist and somebody runs that playlist, it'll show up in the playlist even if it's unlisted.
So what I want to do is I don't want nobody to see it until tomorrow morning when I show everybody. I want to show it at a shared screen and let everybody see it.
We'll do it as a
Because
premiere
the
then.
new sponsor.
Yeah,
Do it as a premiere.
what I would recommend doing exactly. Do it as a premiere. Run your live, however long you want to run your live tomorrow, and then set up that video to start as a premiere right after your live. That way you can take this crowd and go right to.
And then you can comment and stuff to them.
That's what RV Kids TV and we do with videos. We do short live streams.
You're burning up the roads.
Yeah, and we do short live streams, and then we do a video premiere. So you can do the same thing because it helps because you bring a crowd with you to watch that video right off the bat. So the video gets a lot of watch time and hopefully gets a lot of likes. And it gets a high retention because hopefully you'll hold the crowd for that whole time. The only drawback is comments because the live comments on the right hand side YouTube doesn't even care about them. They look at the comments below the video, so you got to get the people watching your.
After.
You got to, and they can make a comment anytime. They don't have to wait until after the video is over. You can actually go down and make a comment on a video if it's set up for Premiere. If you have a video set up to premiere tomorrow and it's on YouTube right now, you can make a comment on it right now.
Yeah.
Because it shows up,
They just
can't
watch it. Yeah.
Yeah, they just can't watch it. And Tom does that all the time.
Yeah.
Tom, Todd, Tim.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to do something between now and tomorrow's show. I'm going to figure out how I'm going. I know what this is. They have they told me on Jerry's show last night. That's why I was crying. But I was crying for that, and everybody was giving the Millie. But that just sort of pushed me over the top. And
You said it was heavy.
Do what?
Yeah.
You said it's a heavy box.
It is heavy.
I'm saying he got his Blackstone Grill endorsement.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick, I'm looking in the chat. Nurse Our Travel Bug wants to plug his channel. I would say no, unless that's Natasha. Then you can say
Nurse
yes.
Our Travel Bug played a trick on me yesterday, so I'm going to say no.
Yeah. And Roy and Becky, is everybody registered for our giveaway tonight? I don't think we are.
I am.
I am.
Better,
What do you mean, Roy and Becky? You only get 30% watch time.
I want to say
premieres only get 30%.
I learned something for Uncle Lisa. Wie geht's, Herr Uncle Lisa? Was ist los?
Do what? Oh.
Yeah, I'm not sure what you're talking about, Roy, about premieres only get 30% watch time. If you're talking about retention time, I can tell you all the premieres I've done because I go back and look immediately after the premiere's done, and my retention is like 90+%. And anything over like 10 or 15 is great. So, but the key is got to get people to put comments down below. Excuse me.
So I'm going to reveal this, And our new sponsor is just like the other one. They are viewers in the chat, and I think I have permission to tell because they're going to have a banner right up beside.
Well, don't say anything right now. Don't. You're teasing too much. You're teasing too much.
Teasing. I'm just going to
stop.
say.
No, you're giving too many clues. Just stop.
Yeah,
stop.
There's a whole bunch of people in here, so it's going to be fun.
I think I already got it. I already know what it is.
I want to say that I love all you guys, and I never would have dreamed what is going on in this channel. I'm going to say that y'all blown me away, and this proves my point that if you do something in your show or on your channel, and people love it, you don't have to worry about being monetized. You don't have to worry about having 1,000 subscribers. I said this on Michael's channel or somewhere the other night. I said, go out there and whatever you do, have fun. And if you're having fun, let the cards fall where they may. If you're having fun, other people will be there with you. And if it's just you and 5 people,
yeah. Hey, I found out the problem with Roy and Becky. He's reading stuff on the internet again. That's what's going on.
Roy gets in trouble looking at stuff on the internet.
Oh,
Lisa said I've done lost 1 subscriber already.
I can't believe Uncle Lisa didn't appreciate my effort at learning German. I did that just for Uncle Lisa and nothing.
I used to know a little bit of German because I lived in Greece for when I was a kid, and there was a bunch of it was international. It was kids from everywhere, so you learned a little bit of everything. But you learn the words you can't share with everybody else before you learn everything else. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's right.
See, Jurgen Journey, he just jumped in the room. Look at that.
Man, there's somebody I hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah, hey Jurgen.
Yeah, he come into my live yesterday too. So
yeah, I saw that, and then that.
So you guys will all have to be here tomorrow. Oh, another thing for everybody.
I'm driving down there. I'm driving down there today. I'm not waiting till tomorrow.
Hey, have we got any news on Diana yet?
That was her that called when I had to step away. The doctor just left. They said that the antibiotics is working, but they're going to do another CT scan here in a little bit to see if it's clearing up. And if it is clearing up, she may get to come home tomorrow, but I'll have to keep up the IV antibiotics going. So,
well, you can handle that.
That ain't no problem. I told them that ain't no problem at all.
That's good news.
If I need to, I can come up there. I'm not licensed though, but I can tell you how to do it. You can do it. I just can't do it.
And I got 2 RN nurses, so they're pretty good.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot y'all have nurses. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or we could get Johnny's Journey. Johnny's Journey will come by.
You see what Uncle Lisa said? That's just hurtful.
What did he say?
I don't know if you guys can see this or not.
Yes, I can.
But that's a shorter BMW than it used to be.
Yeah, it looks.
Yeah.
Wow.
It looks like it's got a little bit of a buckle in the hood.
That's the car that hit Papa Drew's wife yesterday.
Oh wow. I'm gonna
She was in a Subaru with minimal damage, is what his text said.
Wow.
Subaru minimal damage. BMW toast.
I am a Beamer fan, though.
Yeah, I love BMW. I used to have.
Uncle Lisa, that was just hurtful.
Yeah.
So the last time that someone spoke German like me, the entire Europe went to war. Was ist los?
Yeah, I used to have a BMW motorcycle. I love that thing. It's great.
I had a Porsche one time, but for a very short time. It was what they call it when you turn midlife crisis. I had
a 944 for about a year.
Yeah, I test drove one. That was enough.
I had a poor man's Porsche.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's the cheapest one they made. What is it? The 980, 986, 926? Yeah, I forgot what it even was. So, whoops, my computer's doing crazy stuff. So let's go over this right quick, and we're going to wrap it up. And all right. So everybody that makes a $10 donation to Weekend RVing gets a free breast cancer awareness mask, and it's free shipping. So you make a $10 donation into their tip jar, come and email me and show me that you gave $10, and we will mail you one for free. We have the men's with the black, the women's with the white elastic.
Hey,
Can
can
I-
you hold that in front of the camera instead of over
Yeah.
there off to the side? We didn't see anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jurgen, yeah, my wife used to have a Mercedes, and she got rear-ended by a cop one time. It didn't do any damage to the car.
Can I brag about my daughter for 1 second?
Yeah.
No.
No.
Yesterday, my daughter won
Oh.
second
Cool.
place.
Oh,
And
wow.
She jumps. That's one of her thoroughbreds. So
Wow.
yeah, she took second place in the show jumping yesterday. So
Wow.
proud papa.
Yes,
Oh
sir.
yeah. So we got the millie. Oh, we're trying to get to 2,500. Oh wow, it's up to
Look at that.
1,300.
13-16 right now. We're going to
The
make it.
reason we want to get to 2,500, that's how much Millie and James has got to pay for the elective part of her surgery, which is
Yeah.
really not elective because the doctors say that for her testing it needs to be done, but the insurance is not wanting to pay. So we're trying to get to 2,500 so that we can at least cover that part for them. So we're a little ways away, but I believe we can do it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I have plenty of masks left, so.
Yeah. Hey, and that's really all I wanted to say. I wanted to plug my channel. Plus, I'd gotten a text message that somebody said I'd been replaced as a co-host on Daydream About Nice Things. So I wanted to see if I still had a little bit of clout.
Sorry, buddy. I'm the new guy. You're
You're not the new guy.
It's the chasing the 70s.
Yeah.
He's Michael's competition
the
right
man.
now. But I will say that Jury sold more masks than Michael. That's all I'm going to say. I'm just saying.
When did I try to sell masks?
You've never tried to sell masks. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
that's why. Okay.
Hey, also, let me say this.
That's like he's jumped out of a lot more planes than me.
Yeah, let's also say this.
We're tied. We're tied at 0.
Gary has sold a lot of masks for Gary and Tammy, and he raised over $700 last night in his live stream for Millie and James. So Jerry is the reason I had to shave last night on the live stream because he raised all that money. He raised over $700 in 1 hour.
Well, it's about 30 minutes because we kind of started it.
Well, yeah, you're right. Yeah.
That's crazy. That's great.
That's awesome.
We'll get him up there, James. We're gonna get you up there to that 2,500, buddy, so you guys don't have to worry about it one way or the other.
All right. Well, I'm gonna drop out. So
All right. Say bye.
go watch
Michael,
my video. Go watch
Hey,
my
Michael.
video. What?
I'm really no competition to you because he needs more tech help than I can ever
You
give
need
him.
to watch Shepherd's Pie, buddy. I seen your Blackstone stuff. Now you go learn how to make a shepherd's pie.
It wasn't my Blackstone stuff. I don't even
Or
know
not your
Blackstone.
Blackstone stuff, but yeah. Everybody needs to learn how to make shepherd's pie.
Oh,
James,
my wife
talking-
makes great shepherd's pie.
we're talking about weekend RVing. James, fun fact, has never tried shepherd's pie.
What?
Me neither.
That's even weirder than Uncle Lisa and I were trying a s'more.
That's right.
Uncle Lisa's weird though.
Really?
Did you ever?
That's really to
James
be
up to 25.50 so he can go out and buy him some shepherd pie.
Yeah,
That's
Uncle
right.
Lisa, did you ever get around to making a s'more and trying it? I know that was the big talk a week or so ago.
Beyond Beauty done a video for him.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah.
Yeah. So really, Gary, you've never tried shepherd's pie?
No, tell me what shepherd's pie is, and I'll be sure that I ain't eating it
I'm
under a
not going
different
to tell you what it is. You're going to go watch my video. And
Okay, we'll go watch the video. Oh,
It's
by the
pie,
way,
it's
y'all have to
pie
watch,
made out of shepherds.
y'all
What
have
do you
to
think it
go
is?
watch Lucky Dog's new video coming out today. I am in it.
In what?
Lucky
I
dog.
am in Lucky Dog's new video coming out today. So
Nice.
not going to tell you how. Y'all just got to go watch
All right.
it. and see.
Uncle Lisa's on a roll today.
Oh,
in the
you're
comments.
He's
never
been
had
going at everybody in the room.
Uncle Lisa, I think, is sleep deprived. It's just,
He is on a roll.
Oh, look at I spelled it wrong. Fifth.
yeah,
Wow, I'm rocking it today.
I just figured that was Canadian spelling. I didn't know.
Fifth wheeling by.
Too
I
much
was trying to
shepherd's
find
pie.
that channel. I couldn't find that channel. Fifth wheel.
Fifth
Yeah.
wheeling in Canada by.
Yeah.
Jurgen,
yes, shepherd's pie is a Yankee thing. And my wife is a
Okay.
Yankee.
What it is. It's a Yankee
So-
thing.
can't
Yeah.
take credit.
Well, I guarantee you, Gary, you would love shepherd pie. You would
Oh,
love.
wait, before we all get going, Roy and Becky celebrating 1,000 subscribers tonight. They're giving away a $100 grand prize, $50 and $25. And so they're e-cards. And all you got to do is comment on a particular video that he made
Yeah.
just for this event.
Yeah.
So everybody go to Roy and Becky's, watch that video. Roy, somebody link Roy's video. I don't know which one it is. So somebody link that before we leave.
Hey, somebody passed 800 subscribers yesterday.
Somebody did. Thank you guys.
Hey,
Yeah.
good
Did
job.
you pass 900, Jerry?
Let me look here.
I'm
Yeah.
stoked about
We
it.
also broke
No, 893.
893.
Well, you're not subscribed to yourself.
It won't let me.
Yeah, we're still on the edge. We're still on the edge of 1,000.
Are you?
Yeah,
I'm knocking on.
that outer edge.
Yeah.
Actually, we
Remember,
lost
it's a
one.
record. We're on the outer edge.
So I think Jerry unsubscribed me.
Well, I told you I was going to when you got to 999.
We are 2,079 watch hours.
Oh, good. You're over the halfway mark there then.
Look at that.
You're at what for watch hours?
2,079. That's on the
Oh,
one that
right.
counts, the monetized.
See that fit,
Yeah.
Wheelan?
247.
You're
247?
at 247. We got to do better than that.
Yeah.
If you spell your name right so people can find it, you might get more subscribers.
Yeah, no kidding, right?
All
No,
I can do is put you on the screen. I'm like Blue
Yeah.
Wave. Your content is what sells.
that's right.
Uh,
Yeah, we're
I gotta
doing good on watch hours. We need to get some people to join our little family.
I got to get some content out there. I have not yet put a video out.
Jurgen said Rottenberg unsubscribed from him.
Didn't take him out when he was supposed to.
Let me tell you
That's
what
right.
happened last night.
Gotta
I had
give 'em
North
treats.
RV on my show, right? And so he was sharing, he had me to pull up his channel, and I shared the screen. And when we went over to it, now I know for a fact that I was subscribed to his channel, right? Because I've been watching all of his live streams. So
Yeah.
when we go over to one of these pages he asked me to that's on his, and I'm sharing it in front of God and everybody, the red subscribe button is lit up. It's not great.
I got
And
a
I'm
question
like,
for you
I
there,
know I was subscribed to your channel.
Gary. Just like on your on YouTube right now,
Yeah.
at the bottom it says your red subscribe button is lit up. And I know I'm subscribed to you, but if I go to your channel, just Daydream About Night Things, it shows I'm subscribed. But if you go over to the YouTube side of it, right now, it says it's asking me to subscribe to you right now.
Huh. That's weird.
Which is weird.
Nursing our travel bug. Tell us what you want to share.
Yeah.
You gave us them puppy dog eyes, so we'll let you share.
He's
Even
pouting.
though you was mean to me yesterday while I was doing
pouting.
my special announcement and said you couldn't hear me. So I had to stop what I was doing to make sure my sound was working.
I love nurses. My mom was a nurse. Nurses are the greatest people.
Yeah, but nurses' husbands are too needy.
Yeah, nurses husbands are mean.
They're high maintenance.
Now Jurgen's Journey is a channel that is
All right, Roy, I'll be right there.
No kidding. I haven't had breakfast yet.
No kidding.
Oh, man.
talk
Corned
about a
beef,
video. That right
eggs.
there would be a video.
That's probably one of my, outside of biscuits and gravy, corned beef and scrambled eggs, or actually, why not all together?
Yeah.
That's
Man,
that's something right there.
good.
I'm with you, Michael. I'm with you. Okay,
Yeah, I'd
now,
love to have that.
So
I
I
did
can't believe
anybody drop Roy and
Jurgen-
Becky's link?
No,
And
I
nursing our
unsubscribed
travel bug?
from him. I thought that's what we were supposed to do.
Unsubscribe and subscribe.
It's unsubscribe day.
Y'all was over on Blue Waves, wasn't you? When he was pushing pause and effect to get to 1,000, he got to like 998, and then he lost like 8 subscribers.
Did he
I mean,
really?
live on Blue Wave Odyssey show.
Gee.
He finally broke 1,000, but it took nearly the whole show to do it.
Well, that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
I think that was Papa Drew's fault. I think he was suckering him.
I would like Uncle Lisa to make a video, not a cartoon one now. I would like Uncle Lisa to do a video of himself and where he lives.
That
Yeah.
would be nice.
That'd be cool.
I
Yep.
want to see.
Yeah.
Want
Hi,
to
Finland's
guys. I've got to
one
go
place I always
ship
wanted to
some
go.
pink masks.
Yeah, go ship some masks.
And
Hi,
I've got
buddy.
to write down a bunch of orders. I've got a bunch of emails. So
Good deal. That's good.
that's good. So we need about 17. What are we at? 23. About $1,200 more dollars to get to the 2,500. So $10 at a time is fine.
Yeah, and if you have time, please go over to Nurse Now Travel Bug and make Bill feel wanted.
Yeah, and tell him that Daydream sent you so that he'll come back. We don't want him to take his toys and go home and not ever come back.
Rather plug our buddies, guarantee he comes back around. Just
Yes, we know you do, Bill.
We love Natasha and Nurse and our travel bug. Oh, and Bill and the kids too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mick BRBing.
Get me to 500 and get a free oil change. So.
Oh yeah, he's going to give away a free oil change at 500. So we need to get him up because my truck's due for an oil change.
Yeah.
So we got 2 weeks.
I'm giving away a brand new car when we hit 1 million.
When you hit 1 million.
I'm not going to say what kind or what size, but it's a car.
I'm thinking Matchbox. Not a Hot Wheel. They cost more. Matchbox.
Yeah, they cost more. That's high dollar, man. I ain't.
Dollar Tree plastic wheels and axles.
Or what? Yeah, maybe they give them away at McDonald's again.
You know the kind you can buy to put on cakes.
So I was going to say that we need to all chip in and send Uncle Lisa a Blackstone grill, but I shipped a little package to him yesterday.
Oh no, not to another one.
We're buddies
Yeah,
and all, and it was like $20 bill.
Yeah.
And so I don't think we want to ship a Blackstone to Finland.
You'd be cheaper taking it over to him.
We have friends in Nottingham, in England.
Well, I could probably get it as close as Amsterdam.
So my wife made a blanket. My wife's a quilter, and she made a blanket for our friend's newborn baby, and we shipped it over to Nottingham in England. And it was like $40 to ship that little blanket. It's a lot of money.
Yeah.
And it took a month. So
we're going to have to get Uncle Lisa a Blackstone. I wonder if they sell Blackstones in Finland.
maybe.
Huh. We may have to send him, if nothing else, a bag of marshmallows.
And some graham crackers.
And some hickory twigs so he can hang them over a fire.
Maybe they can't get Hershey bars there either. You got to make them with Hershey bars.
Oh, yeah. Northwood RV.
I'm sure they have better chocolate over there than we do.
Northwood's RVs gave away a Blackstone and said it would be shipped directly to the winner.
Blackstone. Someone's give. Oh.
Yeah. So you need to go register. I've tried to register on my phone, but it messes up. It won't let me. So I've got to figure out how to register before they give that away.
How do you get in on that?
Go to Northwood's RV Life channel, and I'm sure they'll have links to it.
Yeah, you got to know.
I tried it on my phone. It won't work on my phone. So
I'm going to go check that out. Because everybody knows they want one really bad.
Yeah. I forgot Brad don't have a Blackstone.
No, I don't. Just my Traeger.
Well, that's pretty. If you're going to have one or the other, that would be a tough pick. But slot dogs are a lot better on a Traeger. Let me just say that.
I still don't have a slot dog.
Why not? Why?
I don't know. I'm the one who started the whole hashtag slot dog thing, and I still haven't got one.
I wish we knew.
I look at them on Amazon. I need to buy it. I put it in the cart, and I do something else, and I come back. It's not in the cart anymore. I'm like, what happened?
It's cheaper on eBay, and they'll ship it.
I think Lowe's was selling them for $14 or $12 or something.
Really? Shoot, there's a Lowe's literally right across the street from my house.
I didn't know Lowe's sold that kind of stuff.
Yeah, someone on a chat mentioned that it was at Lowe's.
I love the slot dog, and it is a lot better smoked. Because all that smoke gets up in it. And
I remember when I brought my slot dog out in your live stream, and there was a lot of from people, slot dog, what's that? And now
I was into it, man.
Yeah, now you know.
Yeah. All right, I got to run, guys.
I got to go too. I got to deliver some masks.
All right. Well, thanks for having me on, Gary.
Stay safe.
Sorry for all the people that listen to my techno babble, but just email me. You've got my address. If you have questions and you want answers or help with problems and questions or anything to do with oil or your diesel or your gas engine, and or towing or whatever, I'm here. Years and years and years of background with that. So,
all right, good deal. Praying for you, Millie. Before you go into the hospital, we're praying for you guys.
okay.
All right, thanks,
they're at the
Brad.
hospital.
Thanks,
Yep.
Brad. I'm going to share your WhatsApp with Uncle Lisa and Jerry, and Uncle Lisa, I'm going to share yours with Brad and Jerry, if I get that straight. When I get time to stop long enough to do it.
Yeah, you can share mine with anybody in our group that we
All
know.
right, good deal.
Yeah.
All
All
right,
right.
love you guys. See you,
Take
Brad.
care.
See you guys. Y'all be good, and we will reveal the advertise, the new sponsor tomorrow. See you guys. Bye.